The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star.
Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders. Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Now a give, right side. Dobbins, call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Murray now to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Alert, alert. 3 down. Check. Squeeze. Go. Rush in.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return.
Round 80! 56! Squeeze, double. Check. What is that? Hop. Take it.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
56 is the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see.
They go with Chubb on second down. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Here's Allen to throw it. That is caught. It's Perriman. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Browns.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Come get some. Come on here, come get some. Hey, tight. Jim. Done. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Now Allen on third down. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Watch the whip.
They run. Chubb. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
Five wide. 56. Hey, keep it up. Much 56. Much 80 weapon. Big stop, D.
Allen now to throw on third down. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. On 2nd and 7, Murray airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray flushed out right, and that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether...
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
2nd and 6.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. First carry for Darius Geis, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try and get it with Geis. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darius Geis, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I can't believe they let you play. Check 43. Middle.
Throwing on first down is Allen. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First down, Browns.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Staying open. Go. 56 is the mic. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 56 the mic, boys. 56.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
65. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Alert.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Check 56. Smooth. 56. Mike.
Allen to throw once more. He's going to look deep for Perriman. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. A toss play to Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Throwing on first down is Murray. This is the tight end, Njoku. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Throwing again on second down. Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller. What a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He leaves this one for Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
A big play that time out of Chubb. 49 yards on the ground. They'll give it to Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Third and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But
they got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 20 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 30, 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Harold Landry racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Play action. Now it's Murray. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
At the 18-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. You gonna take. You gotta take. You got hey, hold on.
To the shotgun snap to Allen. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Fifty 56 is the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check 50.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That one good for 33 and a first. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. On 2nd down now, it's Howard, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Watch the motion.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Check. Be ready.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And again, it's Chubb. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Harold Landry, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Go. Switch. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Here's Murray. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
You see me?
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Catch made by Slayton. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 28 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch out.
Murray now on 1st down. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Murray. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's the Raiders punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. It's taken to the 26. He won't go down. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. And an update from a game going on out in Denver. And it's the Ravens that have moved out in front. Ezekiel Elliott, he's gone over 100 yards, 102 right now for him. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin this drive with Chubb. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen, blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
52 right here. 52. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Check the backer, check the backer. Off, off. Yeah.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
Hey, Delta. Hey, 152, 152. I'm trying to collect.
Now this time, Allen will throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And no, it's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the screen. Pass. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That's complete to Slayton. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Murray now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Let's go. Shoot. Begin.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Here we go.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. Rabbit.
Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. It's going to be a long...
To throw is Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Mike 52. Defense wins championships, baby.
He'll look to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland 1st. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
We won. Come to my work. 52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic. I'm on.
He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A gain of 6 there on first. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Now Allen. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
At the 6-yard line.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Geis again looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Any day. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Watch the fly.
To throw is Murray. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. Now, remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Brown 80. Go, go, go. Slam, 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 slam. Down. Hey, box truck. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go. 57. Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Now Myers for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game 31-31.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They start on the ground with Geis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again they run. Again it's Geis. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT? Or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Murray. Rolling to his right. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Smart play to get rid of it there, but now it's 4th down. Your margin for error pretty much out the window.
That means you have to come up with a big-time throw here and a completion in order to keep this 2-minute drive going.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Allen to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Yeah, he better hope that he's lonesome, because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
Mike, 55.
Now a handoff. Geis going right. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football.
Safe. Bang, 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 bang.
First throw of overtime for Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. Miles Jack with a sack. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Following the penalty, Chubb shedding the tackle. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
56, check 56. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Here we go.
This is Howard on 2nd down. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Undercrush.
A run for Nick Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Hey, Haywood. It's our time. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Completes it to Hardman. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down.
$15-19. 56 is the mic. Watch the run.
Chubb. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a pickup of 3.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Round 80. Check 56. Double dog. That's the way.
They run it again with Chubb. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Watch the slam. Mike 56.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it, so definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Cleveland, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Oakland, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. But more importantly, they'll get a week to rest as they've earned a first-round bye in this year's playoffs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.